Hello, you are listening to True Brony Radio. I am DJ GLaDOS here with DJ Perry, or DJ Mangoes. Jeez, fail. We are doing yet another interview. You guys know how this all should work by now, as we have posted many before these. Amazingly enough, there's actually an interview in the song queue. I don't know why, but whatever. Okay, so we are here with LMR, Little Miss Rarity, Little Miss J. So, yeah.
Hey, what's up? That's all I have to say.
Oh, you're not gonna say the rest of that?
And okay, fine. Twilight Sparkle, who is missing this because she has to go to bed. I love you, and you're awesome. And thumbs up. And everyone else is cool.
Woo!
All of my nearly 4,000 followers now are all awesome. I'm gonna do a tribute picture for them. It's gonna be cool. Anyway, continue.
Okay. Before you start, Mangoes, just one quick thing. People out there in the IRC, you guys will be able to ask don't fucking self-promote. No. I'm sorry. But if you come in here, self-promote, and then fucking leave, I will beat your ass and ban your IP. But anyways, okay, people out there in the IRC that are listening to this broadcast, thank you for listening. You guys will be able to ask questions when our question sheet has been disposed of. Please do not ask questions during the interview, as they will not be said or read. If you guys want a question completely, like, if there's a question you guys have and you think that you might forget it, you're allowed to query me the question, /query, DJ GLaDOS, I think is what my name is. I have to sign in. DJ GLaDOS, and then... yes, you can type in your message after that. Alright. Mangoes, you can take the first question.
Okay, okay. Who is best pony and why?
Twilight Sparkle is best pony because she's like exactly the kind of girl that I want in real life as a girlfriend. You know, the nerdy, book-ridden type that's antisocial and sort of just sits in the corner a lot. Twilight Sparkle's my absolute favorite. Like, I went through all of the different favorites, and surprisingly, Rarity isn't my favorite. She's my second favorite. But, Twilight's just awesome. Everything about her is awesome. She's got a great voice actress. She's cute as fuck. I love her. And, I don't think I need further explanation for why. And I mean, come on, when she's eating the book as the little chubby, that is the... oh, God. Anyway.
Holy trip, like, quadruple heart bypass required afterwards.
I don't know. Oh, my heart turned into a Whopper.
Nah, it turned... You know it turned into a quarter pounder from McDonald's. No, like one of those quadruple quarter pounders from, like, Texas.
Oh yeah, like a fucking triple baconator from Wendy's.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god, the cholesterol.
Okay. How did you become a brony?
How did I become a brony? Oh, that's a long story. You're gonna get to hear this one for a while. I actually was into My Little Pony since Generation 1. God, my mom used to watch Generation 1. But my brother got me into it when he was talking about, you know, guys should be free to be a little more feminine without being called gay and stuff like that. It's just being more feminine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And my brother sort of had the really long stint that me and him were sort of like feminists. We wore pink a lot. We supported women's rights and stuff like that. And we watched girly TV shows. One of them was Powerpuff Girls, and another one was Generation 1 and Generation 2 of My Little Pony. And we used to collect the ponies. But it was kind of just a joke. We weren't like true OG bronies then. It was kind of just like we were doing that because everyone thought it was weird, and we were just, yeah, let's do it. But I still have November Pony, still in the box right across my room, because my birthday's in November, and she's mine. I want to do fan art of November Pony sometimes, or sometime. But then later on, I kind of phased out of the My Little Pony thing, and I didn't even know Friendship is Magic existed. And the pony art started showing up all over for Affinity. Everyone was changing their icons to Applejack and Rarity and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then my best friend comes along and he's like, hey, have you been watching Friendship is Magic? And I'm like, what the fuck is Friendship is Magic? And he's like, it's the new My Little Pony series. It's by the person who made Powerpuff Girls. And I'm like, whoa, what? Yeah, show me this. He shows me episode 1, and by the end of it, I was just sort of staring at my screen, and I just clicked episode 2, and I went through the entire series in one sitting. I didn't even stand up. So I was hooked at that point. It was a dream come true to see that we went from Generation 1, where the ponies do absolutely nothing but sing about dresses and stupid crap, to this new series that's actually well thought out and awesome, and I love it. It's amazing. Lauren Faust took what I practically grew up with and made something actually good out of it. So I love it. It's a dream come true, and I hope this show never dies. So that's basically how I became a Brony.
Wow.
That's pretty much it.
God. Okay, well, you didn't tell me all of that stuff last night when we were talking, so, whatever. No biggie. Holy shit.
What inspired you
What inspired me to what?
to my Little Miss Rarity? Or art?
Art, Little Miss Rarity. Okay, I'll tell both. Both are fun. One day my brother walks up to me. I'm 8 years old. He sits down next to me and he just puts down a piece of paper and he says, I'm going to show you how to draw. And he draws a little character, and then he goes, do that. And I draw the same little character. It looks way worse than his, but it looked okay. And I'm all like, whoa, this is so cool. And he's like, yeah, isn't it? And he's like, you can just think of whatever you want, and you can draw it. And I'm like, that's so awesome. It was like magic. It was like he was teaching me magic. And for about 6 years after that point, I just looked at what my brother was doing and was inspired by it and just kept trying to do the same thing. And one day he did something that was really noble, and I have to give my brother a big ol' high five for this one. He realized that I was basically copying his art, and he came to me and he said, don't copy. He was like, I know that you're inspired by my artwork, but don't copy it. And he said, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you develop your own style. He said, go and, just draw your own things for a while. And he actually quit drawing 100%. He didn't draw another picture for 4 years, allowing me to develop my own style. And he was a freaking full-time artist, and he completely gave it up just to let me develop my style. And once I developed, he came back to it. Now he's into 3D graphics and stuff like that. He does, we're building a game and stuff like that. But, I went around on Fur Affinity, Yerf, VCL, stuff like that, and I actually got into furry art before I even knew what furry art was. The first, things that I ever drew that were anthro was, my favorite show was Digimon back then, and my favorite band was Slipknot, so I put Gatomon together with Slipknot. Whatever, it was weird. I want to draw it again sometime. But anyway, so I actually developed anthro art really early on, and it was really cool. And then I sort of got into the furry community on Furcadia. I learned about, fursonas and stuff like that. I made my own fursona and everything. And then I got into the, when My Little Pony rolled around, I started thinking up these little side stories for all the characters, like I always do. I always think of, what if this happened, and what if that happened? So now I'll tell sort of what spawned Little Miss Rarity, which I'm sure everyone has been wondering about. In fact, I know everyone has been wondering about, because they ask me it every freaking day. Anyway, I was at Taco Bell with a friend, and we were talking about Princess Molestia and Pickamina Diane Pie, which were the only Tumblrs that we knew about. And we were saying just basically how funny they were, how awesome they are, and stuff like that. He says, "What if you made a pony Tumblr?" And he's like, "I'm sure you could pull it off." I'm like, "I'm sure I could pull it off. It's, the only problem is I don't know how to draw those little marshmallowy ponies." Like, I had never... Yeah, I had always worked with Anthro. I always made them into, furries when I drew them. And then I was like, I don't know if I could do the little marshmallowy pony thing. He's like, just try it. I'm like, but what pony would I use? And we brainstormed for a while, and we actually fully and firmly decided that I should do a Tumblr that was Satanic Twilight, because she was my favorite pony, and... I was like, oh, we can, open up this whole magic aspect, make her find the Necronomicon and start summoning demons and stuff like that. And we were dead certain nobody had done this before, and then we found out like everyone did. But anyway, so we were going to do Satanic Twilight, and we had like 500 little story arcs planned out. And they said, "Isn't your favorite pony Rarity though?" And I was like, Rarity's not my favorite. She's my second favorite. And I was like, besides, she's a little too bland. I couldn't really think of anything with her. All she does is make dresses. Like, what would she do? I was like, she'd just, like, put her hoof down and accidentally stab herself with the sewing machine and then have an orgasm because she likes it. And then he's like, what, she likes pain? And I'm like, yeah, she loves it. She loves bleeding. And then he was like, that sounds awesome. And I was like, that does sound awesome. So I got home and I drew up the first little rough little Miss Rarity of the thing, and I drew some concepts for her first. I was like, Rarity plus scars equals cool Rarity, and I was gonna call her Lady Rarity because that sounded like a Disney villain, and I was like, yeah, and then I was like, and I'll make it a tribute to Pinkamena, because that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm attributing it to Pinkamena, so I decided to make her sort of obsessed with Pinkamena. And then I just made Little Miss Rarity in hopes that Crooked Trees would notice me and give me a cameo in Pinkamena Diane Pie. And then I found out he hates me, which is a long story. Yeah, that was basically the spawn of inspiration, and Little Miss Rarity was devouring XXL chalupas at Taco Bell. That's where she came from. Random Taco Bell conversation. That's it.
That's Wim.
And I didn't expect it to get popular at all. Really, I mean, I was gonna just put it up, and it was just gonna be a thing that I was gonna update every now and again, and then it turned out to be huge. Like, just everyone's freaking loving it, and I'm like, well, I'm glad people are loving it. It made me. Yeah, I'm basically ready to just shut down my fur affinity because I'm tired of, putting up a picture and getting one comment on it. That's just annoying. People don't really care for me over on Fur Affinity, and I was there for 6 years. But anyway, I'll let that question end. It's taking forever. So, next question.
Okay, I can ask the next question. Sorry, my furnace is on right now, but what is your favorite episode?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Favorite episode? I really like the one where Twilight's going crazy. Just because it's a fully centric episode around Twilight, and it's about me. I swear to God, it's like a perfect metaphor for me. In fact, yeah, that's my favorite episode. Because me in real life, when I'm always going out and helping other people with their problems. I always want people to feel good. If I had a cutie mark, it would be about making people feel good about themselves and liking what they do and being happy and stuff like that. So I'm always going out, and whenever anybody has a relationship problem or any kind of problem like that, they usually come to me because they know that I'm going to say stuff that's going to cheer them up. But then every now and again, I have the same problems, and I go out to those same people, and I'm like, hey, I have these problems, and everyone's like, oh, don't worry about it. That's not a big deal. You know, that's not a problem. That's stupid. And I'm like, what? Huh? And I start to flat out just rage. Like, I'll get to the point where I'm ready to flip a table because everyone thinks that my problems aren't a big deal. And usually they aren't. Usually I'm kind of just sweating small stuff, just like Twilight's doing in that episode. But it's just everyone's laughing at me about it. And I'm like, no, seriously, this is a problem for me right now. I don't care if it sounds stupid. Just listen to it. And they're like, ha 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 ha, you're just freaking out over nothing. Come on, let's go play League of Legends or something like that. And yeah, so I perfectly relate to Twilight in that episode. And on top of that, she's my favorite pony, and that's just more of the reason why she's my favorite pony. She's like me. I love her. I want to hug her. I want to hug her non-sexually. And then sexually after that. So,
okay. Just like you worded that. It's so great. Hey, but now you're friends with me, and I'm a psychiatrist. Well, I'm an independent studied psychiatrist, so you can come to me with your ways of misdeed and errors. So there's me.
If you wanna have 8 different clients in one person, I have split personalities, by the way. That's something that.
Yeah. Try going all of your life and now nobody caring about your problems, but you have to go and fix all of theirs. I didn't have a girlfriend until last month, and I'm 15 now, so sad face towards me.
Lucky you having a girlfriend at 15. I'm 23 and I haven't had one yet. Anyway,
but you're an artist though. You're an artist, so you automatically win. I mean, what am I?
I had one
DJ.
for 6 days, and that was
okay.
Anyway, next question.
Next question. Who is your favorite Brony artist?
And musician.
Or musician? Or
no, both.
Musician.
Both.
Okay, my favorite musician, I'll start with that one because it's a much shorter answer, is Wooden Toaster. Just because Sunshine and Celery Stalks and Flutter Wonder are 2 songs that I would like to replace silence, so when it gets quiet, I hear those.
Wait. Wooden Toaster making... I'm confused now. Flutter Wonder and Sunshine and Celery Stalks are made by Pinkie Pie Swear. To correct your mistake.
Him, shut up.
No, it's fine, bro. I'm sorry. And yes.
No, I'm legitimately confused now. That's not Wooden Toaster?
No, Wooden Toaster's made Pinky Sly, Rainbow Factory, Vast Fluttershy's ass. Fuck, I can't remember.
You're right, it's Pinkie Pie Swear. Okay, he's my favorite. Fuck you, Wooden Toaster. I'm sorry. No, I love Wooden Toaster too. I'm sorry. No, yeah, Sunshine, Celery Stalks, and Flutter Wonder are the greatest songs. I could fall asleep to those songs. They are so wonderful. I listened to Flutter Wonder on repeat for literally 3 days straight, and then Sunshine and Celery Stalks came along, and I listened to that for 2 days straight. Thank you, YouTube repeat. Anyway, my favorite Brony artist. Moving on. That's a hard one to say because I really like John Jaseko or John Heseko or however the hell you pronounce that, but I also really like Slugbox. But they're so damn different that I can't really play favorites with either of them. And I also like, even though he tells me to shut up all the time, I really like Shadow Brony / Fluorescent Blue Fag / Sadistic Nerd. I really like his art. I love his art, and he sits there and tells me to shut up whenever I say I like it. And I'm like, no, you shut up. You take my compliment and you stuff it in your face.
Shut up and take my love.
Yeah, shut up and let me love you. Slugbox I absolutely love just because he rubs a ham all over his people and makes them shiny and adorable, and I just want to I get the feeling that if I were to snuggle with them, it would sound like a balloon, and that's awesome. And then what you call it? Who's the other person I like? John Jaseco. John Jaseco. Hessig. Whatever. JJ. I like him because, on top of being an amazing artist, he's one of those artists that draws like 500 frickin' pictures a day, and it's awesome. He made Princess Molestia, which is the best. And I just love his stuff. Like, I don't even really much care for humanized ponies unless they're drawn by him or Slugbox. But when John draws them, I'm not even going to try to say his last name. I don't know. When he draws them, it's like I can actually seriously get into that because he just does it right. And then Slugbox, he puts the ears on them and the horns and everything like that. He doesn't just flat out make him human, which is awesome. I absolutely love that. They're like half anthro, which is cool. So it's a tie. The answer to that question is a tie between Slugbox and JJ. I love both of them to death. So, yeah. And myself.
Okay, I'll get the next question. Wait. Okay. Who is worse pony?
That is like the hardest question ever. Like it's kind of a tie. I don't really like Snips. He's like the only pony on the show that I've flat out said that I don't really care for him. I love Snails, but Snips is kind of just, he's bland and he's one-dimensional and doesn't really, I don't know. But I don't hate him. I just don't like him. But it is a tie, though. And for the life of me, I can't remember who the other pony is who is tied with him. So I think Snails, he's a little too boring of a character. He has like no development. He's kind of just obsessed with Trixie, and that's his whole thing. At least Snails had, like, you can tell that he's slow. His special talent is that he's slow. I love that. Snails is awesome. He's a swag master. He goes to a strip club and he makes the stripper go back to school.
Oh.
But
okay, next question. How do you deal with the haters?
How do I deal with the haters? At the beginning, the haters really got to me. Like, I would get, I got 80 followers in my first day on Little Miss Rarity. And I went and looked at all my little questions. I had like 24 questions. 23 were like, oh my god, this is so cool. I hope you keep doing this. Oh my god, you're so awesome. A lot of people were asking a lot of questions, things like, do you still work on dresses? Stuff like that. That was like my very first question was, do you still work on dresses? I got a lot of little like role play going on and stuff like that. I was like, this is cool. I like this. I'm getting questions. And then I got one right in the middle. I don't even remember what it was, but it was like, oh look, it was something like, oh look, another stupid Tumblr slut or something like that. And I almost cried when I saw that. I was like, no, don't hate me. And see, I'm the kind of person who blows things out of proportion. Like, I could have 300 people saying I'm awesome, and then when one guy walks along and says that I'm stupid, I get sad, because I'm like, oh, I'm not stupid. But lately it's gotten to the point where there are so many people who are just flooding me with love and praise and kisses and weird sexual favors that I just don't care about the haters anymore. I see the haters and I'm like, hey, whatever, you can hate me, I don't mind. Like, you're not getting me down anymore because I got a lot of people liking me, and I understand there's going to be the occasional hater. But sometimes the best way to deal with a hater is to see what they say and just flat out laugh at it because it's so stupid. Like, for example, I got a guy who I know is the same person every time. It's an anon that's on Ponyboru. And every single time any of my pictures goes up on Ponyboru, there's this one anon, and I know it's the same guy every time, who always brings up the words furry fetish blog. And that's how I know it's him. I'm always like, ooh, where is he this time? And I look for him. And I'm like, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find the guy who's saying it. Like the one where Rarity died in her, when Sweetie Belle suffocated her and she coughed up blood. I went to that one on Ponyboru and I'm like, I know he's in here. I know he's in here. And I found him. He was like comment number 17 or something like that. He was like, oh, who gives a fuck if some furry fetish blog's OC piece of shit dies? I don't give a goddamn, and I hope this is the end of the stupid furry fetish blog Tumblr. All it is some vorophile pedophile trying to get their stupid fetishes across with their stupid furry fetishes. You know, they said it like 500 times, and I was like, yeah, there he is, yay! He's so adamant about hating me. It's funny. I see him all the time, and I love him so much. Like, I seriously want to just copy all the comments and just make a little Miss Rarity response to him. And just be like, hey, man, you have no idea how good you make me feel when I read that.
Trying
just
to troll
know
you.
that people are so wrong. Like, the people assuming that Sweetie Belle is into vor just because I very, very slightly hinted at it. I don't like vor. It's the stupidest fetish in existence. There's nothing I like about vor. But people think I'm obsessed with it just because Sweetie Belle went, the big bad wolf gobbled her up. And she, like, smiled and drooled in her sleep. So, it's just hilarious to see the amount of people who are just so damn adamant about, oh my god, he's into vor. What a weird, creepy pervert. How could you do such a thing to Sweetie Belle, you monster? I'm like, you're funny. So, that's how I deal with the haters. For the most part, I laugh at them. Sometimes I allow them to their opinion. I just go, hey, if you don't like me, don't like me. That's fine. I don't mind.
So basically, you giggle at the ghosty.
Yeah, I giggle at the ghosty. Exactly. Giggle at the haters. Guffaw at the flamers. Anyway, next question.
Wait, were you just quoting Fim? What is it? Fim Flammacy or something? I don't remember. Fucking stupid. Never mind.
I don't know. I
Fim
made
Flam.
that up as
That's
I was
something.
going.
Yeah, Fim Flam.
Really?
I think he made a song like that. It was "Giggle at the Haters," I think, or something. I don't know.
Someone made it before me. I'm sad now. Anyway.
hey, if you say anything on the internet, somebody's already done it. Try and think of that logic.
The internet is the Simpsons of life. Anyway, they've already done everything.
Yeah, go.
Okay, Mango, shut up, God. What are your aspirations? Like, what do you want to do with your life?
Well, me and my brother are actually working on a game. It's going to be a short series that leads into the launch of an MMO that's going to take place in the universe that we create in the short series. Something that we've been working on since that day my brother sat down and said, draw this character, because that character that was the very first picture I ever drew is going into the game. So technically we've been making this story since then. And right now we've got a spot in the Indie Games Festival. We're going to stand in front of a board of people and we're going to talk to them about our game and see if anybody wants to pick it up and help us make it, fund it for us and stuff like that. So basically right now we're kind of just running on a dream, but what we hope is that one day we'll have an MMORPG out there that's very different from every other MMO. And it's going to be something that we're going to keep up and, update from time to time and just keep everything going cool on it. And then we're going to move into other things. We've got lots of other ideas. I've got books that I'm writing. My brother's got screenplays that he's writing. Like, you know, we're trying to write movies and stuff like that. I mean, so that's basically our aspirations. Right now, I'm kind of in the background doing a lot of concept art for our game. I'm thinking up a lot of classes and stuff like that about how we're going to do the mathematics on all of the different things and stuff like that. But for the most part, for the right now, for the short term, what I want to do is just continue drawing, keep my Tumblrs up, keep my fan base up, and keep my fan base happy. Just you know, get paid to draw pictures, and you know, I plan to move out, and hopefully I'll be able to make enough per month to hold myself up on my own. And yeah, basically I just want to make art and game design my life, pretty much, and one day maybe even movies and books and stuff like that. I actually have a sci-fi fantasy trilogy that I'm writing right now that I think is going to compete with Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's an original idea. It's huge. I hate to toot my own horn, but it's big. It's a very, 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 very long written out story that I saw in a dream. I have really vivid dreams. Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I have a lot more going on than a lot of people think. And we're going to be at the Indie Games Festival. If people want to go there and meet us, we're going to be at the Indie Games Festival next year, the 2011 Indie Games Festival. I don't know exactly when it is, but we do have a spot in it to present our idea. So if people want to show up and go to the idea presentations thing, whatever that's going to be, then they can meet me. Yay! I'll be carrying around a laptop, and I'll probably be in a trench coat. But anyway.
Oh. Okay, next question. Do you read any fanfic? If yes, what kind, and what is your favorite one?
Fanfic is a weird thing with me. Like, I want to read all of the fan fictions, but I'm not the biggest reader on the planet. I'm more of I like to see things visually. But every now and again, people come around and they go, hey, this fanfic is really cool. And lately I've been getting a lot of people writing fanfics with Little Miss Rarity in it, and I've absolutely loved reading them. Some of them are even, like, bad. I mean, just outright bad. But so is some of the... I'm not going to say that. That's going to condemn me to death. But I actually like everything that I get. If it's fan art, I don't care how bad it is. I don't care if you made it in MS Paint and your freaking Octavia mod, because I still love it. I still love everything. I love everything. But as for which fanfics that I like the best, it's really hard to say because a lot of them are just so different from the other ones. I can say which one I like the least, though, and that's Cupcakes. I'm sorry, but that's a bad story. There's nothing good about it. I like Rainbow Factory. Rainbow Factory was well done. It was a step up, a huge step up from Cupcakes. I mean, Cupcakes was written by someone who didn't know how to write a story. I mean, like, they didn't have any professional writing training, and I can just tell. It was boring, and it was dumb. It was stupid. It was dumb.
And how about My Little Dashie?
Yeah, and I really loved things like I read what's it called? Thank you, chat. I read Big Apple Massacre. I read Sweet Apple Massacre. That's what it's called. Oh, thank you. Sweet Apple Massacre. I read it. Silent Ponyville was one of my favorite. In fact, that's my favorite. Thank you, Black Betrayal. Silent Ponyville, since it's a very good takeoff on my favorite game series of all time, Silent Hill, and my favorite movie of all time, Silent Hill. I'm a Silent Hill fanboy. So Silent Ponyville was really well done, and I love it. And in fact, Silent Hill is what uh, you know promoted me making what's it called, Little Miss Rarity into a more grimdark, supernatural kind of thing. Was Silent Hill. I just love it so much that I'm doing a tribute to it now. Yes, Twist, there was a Silent Hill movie, and it was, oh my god, I love it. Anyway, so my favorite fanfic is Silent Ponyville, and big ol' thumbs up to Silent Ponyville. But I like a lot of the fanfics, especially the ones with Little Miss Rarity, and for obvious reasons. I'm an attention whore. I am Rarity. And I love it. So, yeah. And my absolute least favorite fanfic is Cupcakes. And I am writing my own fanfic called Hush Now, Quiet Now. People are going to be able to see the whole thing, eventually. Once I get around to finishing it. I'm up to chapter 6. But,
yeah. Have you read, I don't know if you said I kind of zone out every once in a while. It's good. A herpeter. But anyways, Perry, even you don't know. I'm not going to front on Perry. Whatever. But, have you read My Little Dashie?
My Little Dashie? I started to. I didn't finish it. I need to. I really do. If I start reading something, I want to devote myself to finish reading it, but I got interrupted on that one. A friend came along and they wanted to play Rift, and I was like, sure, let's go play Rift. And I played Rift. So. Anyway.
Wow, we actually know the person that made that, and we get to regularly talk to him. So
really? That's cool.
Yeah, he's actually a part of our station. He's the advertising coordinator.
I'll tell him I said thumbs up. I liked the first 4 paragraphs of his story.
Okay. Mangoes? Or wait, no, this is me. Okay. Do you approve of Pony Rule 34?
Is that a serious question?
It's a question on the sheet, so you have to answer it.
Okay, I'll answer it. In fact, I'll stretch this one out and make it a little more interesting, since that's like the most obvious question of all. Pony Rule 34 was something that I was not in any way into when it first came around. The guy in the chat right now, the Adept, knows this story. He's going to love it, because he gets to star in the story. Okay, so I wrote a journal once that was my opinion on the 2 different types of bronies in the world. There were the types that were the legitimate likers of the show, and then there were the types that just like to fap to ponies. And I was like, okay, so there's the first type that, they love the show, they're cool people, they may or may not be cool people in real life, I guess, but for the most part, they're just into the show, and they love it, and they legitimately like the character design and development and stuff like that, and Lauren Faust did a great job, and it's all cool. And then there was the second group, which is people who just think of it as a fetish and a bandwagon and a meme, and they sort of jumped on it because 4chan likes it and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. And I don't think that I didn't at this time think that those people legitimately liked the show at all. I thought it was just, oh my god, I love these ponies, they're so great, oh, I want to rub one of those little marshmallowy ponies on my dick. But and I quoted in my journal, I said, I'm not one of these people. I don't get off to, quote, pictures of Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie with strap-ons, double teaming Gilda and shouting pranked. So then my friend the Adept comes along, who's in the chat right now, and he says, I will give you $200 to draw that. And I'm like, I'm gonna draw it anyway. He opens up PayPal, he tosses me $200 anyway, and he goes, draw it now. I'm like, I am drawing it. I hated myself, but I drew it. I drew my very first Rule 34 of ponies, and it was Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie double teaming Gilda with strap-ons, and Pinkie Pie's strap-on is shooting confetti out of it. And Rainbow Dash's strap on, it has like a freaking black leather studded belt, and it's, because it's 20% cooler. I stuck very true to the idea of the show. Rainbow Dash was really athletic and almost flat chested, and then Pinkie Pie was kind of chubby and had big old boobs. So I made my first Pony Rule 34 anthro picture, and people loved it like freaking crazy, and I was sitting there just ashamed. I was like, I love the show. I really love the show for what it is, and now I'm looking at porn of it, and I like it. What is wrong with me? And later on, I just sort of threw out the what is wrong with me, and I said, yeah, I look at porn of it, and I like it. And now I just freaking love it. I'm just all over it. I'm like a fanboy for pony porn now. I just... oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Rule 34 of ponies is my favorite Rule 34. In fact, it's one of the only Rule 34s that I even like at all. So, pony porn is now my life. So, yeah.
Oh my god. That's ballsy. I gotta say.
Yeah, I did a complete 180.
The design of the Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie and Gilda. As soon as you said it initially, I'm like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. Somebody should do that. And then you said you did it, and I'm like, what? What? No! How have I not seen
You haven't
that?
seen it?
No, I probably have. I've seen every image of Pony Rule 34 on Rule 34 Pahil.
Yeah, then you've definitely seen it.
You know that it's 4,000.
4,000 what? Images?
Over 4,000 image.
Yeah, I've seen them all. And I check it. I check for updates daily.
Me too.
I know you do, Mangoes. We all know you do. God. Can't see you do anything
next
else.
question. Muffin or cupcake?
Realistically speaking, cupcakes. I actually don't like muffins really at all. I've never thoroughly enjoyed a muffin. But in Germany, a muffin is a cupcake. Or a cupcake is a muffin. They would call it a muffin. They don't have a word for cupcake because cupcakes aren't popular in Germany. Anyway, but no, I enjoy cupcakes far more. They're much more delicious, and Pinkie Pie seems like a much cooler person to hang out with than whoever enjoys muffins on the show. Derpy is one of my favorite background ponies, but I honestly don't think she's obsessed with muffins. She said muffin once, and so did 4 other ponies in the room at that scene. That doesn't make her obsessed with muffins. Come on. But
that's make her more adorable.
It does make her adorable. I honestly think she's obsessed with bananas, and I don't know why. I just threw that out. I'm like, bananas.
Banana muffin.
That's like taking muffins and bananas and putting them together. Anyway.
On the moon!
On the moon! But I love Derpy. I love her to death. There's hardly any pony on the entire show that I love more than Derpy. I mean, she's so adorable. I love ditzy girls. They're so cute. And I honestly don't think she's a retard like everyone thinks she is. Everyone's like, oh, she's the retarded pony. No, she's just ditzy. She's the one that...
No.
She's the one that walks outside and, it's snowing, and then she realizes she forgot her scarf, and then she realizes she just locked herself out of her house. And she's like, no, Dinky, let me in.
She's just dark. She's not dumb.
I could see her as that. I could see that.
Yeah, she's just ditzy. She does things that are just like, oops moments. She doesn't do things like, derp, I dropped something and it spilled everywhere, and I'm trying to pick it up and I'm spilling more stuff everywhere. Oh god, I'm so derpy. No, I don't think she's that freaking derpy. I think she's just
I've done that before.
Because I mean, she was in the VIP section of the Grand Galloping Gala. I'm pretty sure that she's a little smarter than people think she is. She's a high class pony. She's just ditzy. She's airheaded. And she was at the Canterlot fashion show, doing she was in the audience. I mean, she's everywhere. She's a high class pony. I don't think she has a lot of money either.
No, she's stalking all the main six.
Yeah, she's...
you know when Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash start to sing, you see Derpy out of the chicken thing.
Yeah, she's in the chicken coop. She's like, "Hey guys," and she even had her bag helmet on at that part, like she's still in her Halloween costume. I love that.
And the last one with the Rarity, you can see her when you see all the pony face.
Mm-hmm.
She
in the Spike episode when Lyra and Bon Bon are flirting very obviously in the background, Derpy comes out of the well. She's like, "Hey guys." Yeah, she's stalking the main six. She's Derpy.
Okay. Oh my god, I hate this goddamn question. Whatever. Skyrim? Ponies in Skyrim? Any other games if not Skyrim?
That's the question.
Yes.
I hate that question too. Okay. I like Skyrim. I think it's an overuse. The arrow in the knee thing needs to stop. It needs to stop. I'm making this announcement. I'm saying it once. I'm checking it twice. The arrow in the knee needs to stop. Come on, just stop it forever. But no, Skyrim is an enjoyable game. I was surprised by it because I enjoyed Oblivion. I really liked it, and then I heard about Skyrim, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so cool." And then they talked about how they were going to change it and how everything was going to be different in it, and they were removing my favorite school of magic, which was mysticism, and I was like, no, my psychic powers. And before the game came out, I flat out said, I'm not going to get it. I don't want it. And then my buddy, who's in the chat, the Adept, came along and bought it for me, and he was like, happy birthday, and I was like, oh god damn it. I was like, look, I don't want Skyrim, but thanks, man. You know, you're cool. You like to throw money at me, but didn't want Skyrim. You could have gotten me Saints Row the Third. I mean, come on. But then I played Skyrim, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, whoa. This game's actually pretty cool. This is, whoa. So I was actually very pleasantly surprised with Skyrim. I enjoy it. Fun game. And yeah, so I used to hate Skyrim, but
and you take an arrow in the knee.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. No. I used to tell incredibly overused jokes, but then I took over 9,000 kicks to the kick as a lies to the knee. Anyway,
I'm sorry, but what Twist said is so funny. Oh my god.
I like how the chat is just full of the arrow to the knee thing.
I was going to play Skyrim, but then I took a warhammer to the groin. That's what Twist said! That's what I've been laughing at.
It's funny because the first thing that Adept bought me before he bought me Skyrim, he was like, happy birthday, and he bought me Warhammer Space Marine, which was amazing. That was an amazing game. And then I was like, oh. I was like, thanks, man, but I already have it. I didn't have it on Steam. I had a box version of it. And he was like, oh shit, and then he bought me Skyrim. And I was like, stop throwing money at me. Anyway.
Okay. I hate that question.
Why do you have that question there? That's
because it's hard to say.
We didn't add it. Oh wait, which question are you talking about?
Skyrim one.
Why no,
Mangoes
that's one.
Talking... Mangoes. Oh, Mangoes. You can't say brony dumb.
No, the fucking word question is hard to say.
It's not hard.
I hate it.
Would you like me to say it then?
Yes, go.
Do you have anyone you look to as a role model or a hero in either real life or in the brony-dom?
That's hard to say. Okay.
I know, right?
A hero, or an idol, or a role model. I have quite a few, but if there's anyone that kind of stands out, I guess it's my brother. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere in my artistic life. Um, because I wouldn't have even started, for F's sake. Um, and I don't know, for the most part, he's inspired me to a lot more than just that. For example, I was a complete douchebag at school before he came along and told me about respect. You know, he told me you should respect people, you should, treat people like you want to be treated, and don't be mean to people. Being mean to people is really dumb. And I took that advice with a gigantic bowl of salt because I don't know if I used that correctly. Anyway, whatever. I don't care. That was the most important advice I ever got in my life, because from then on I decided I'm going to be a nice person to people. I'm not going to be an asshole. That's not what I want to do. But if someone's an asshole to me, I'm going to be an asshole back. I'm a Scorpio. I sting pretty damn hard when you piss me off. So basically, when I'm talking to people, I'm actually secretly and silently finding out what things I can say to destroy them if they ever try to destroy me. But I kind of do that passively. I don't try to do that. I just kind of figure it out. Every now and again, I've come along to people who have really, really, really actively tried to burn me or tell me I'm an asshole or something like that. And I'm like, hey, guess what? And then I say this tiny little thing. Like, if anyone's ever seen the Dane Cook Mind Ninjas thing, he's talking about how women are mind ninjas. They always say one little phrase that sticks in the back of your head for a few hours, and then you freak out a few hours later because it hits you like a damn time bomb. I'm exactly like that.
That's Dane Cook, by the way.
I said Dane Cook.
Okay.
Anyway,
love you for that comment, by the way. Okay, I'm going to be quiet again.
Bye. Dane Cook's awesome. Well, he was. He's kind of less awesome now, but he was hilarious. Anyway, yeah, and I'm exactly like that. I will say something that is just the worst possible thing, the worst possible thing, and it will stick in the back of your mind, and just, a couple days later, a couple hours later, a couple somethings later, you will break down and cry because you'll realize that I hit you with a goddamn virus. And it'll hurt. The venom has sunk in, and you will be in pain. And I don't like that about myself, but it's a great defensive mechanism for keeping my own feelings from being hurt. When somebody's actively trying to attack me. Anyway. So yeah, role model, it's my brother. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere in my life. I would have just been a douchebag, like my other brother. I have two brothers, by the way. One of them is kind of just a douchebag, and the other one filled me with respect and artistic powers. So, gotta hand it to my brother. He's awesome. I love him.
Okay. Mangoes?
Good. Do you have a girlfriend? And if yes, she's a Brony?
No, I don't have a girlfriend. But I do have a love interest right now. I have a girl that I have been hanging out with for a lengthy period of time, and she's freaking awesome. We trade pornography back and forth. We're both artists. We're both bronies. And we're both sort of sickly obsessed with Scootaloo. So yeah, she's a brony, and she is fucking awesome, and I love her. But she wants to be friends, like right now. She doesn't want a relationship yet. Not specifically with me, she just doesn't want one at all yet. So as of now, me and her are just friends, and she is like by far the greatest gamer I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, there are there are guys that I see professionally play games, and they can't even do half the shit that she does. I mean, if anyone's ever played Killing Floor, um, I go on Killing Floor with her. She insists we go on Hell on Earth difficulty, you know, the hardest difficulty in the game. And then we get all the way up to wave 9 out of 10, and everybody dies except her. And then she does wave 9 all by herself. It takes about an hour, but she just does it by herself. She's like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Wave 10, same thing happens. She does it all by herself. And then the boss comes out. The boss kills everybody on the team in a few seconds, and then she just kills him by herself. She's like, whatever. And I'm like, how do you do this? You're like a god in the form of a hot chick. And then there's Haunted Hell's Reach. You know, it's a new game that came out on Steam. She beat the hard difficulty so damn bad. They came out with this new suicide difficulty. They were like, oh, hard wasn't hard enough, so we made suicide. She beat suicide and got so high on the leaderboards that the creators of the game personally interviewed her and had her design an even harder difficulty. So that's how damn good she is at games, and I love it. And I just, it's orgasmic.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Did she have a clone or a sister? I want it.
I think she's an only child. I'm not sure. I haven't asked her about her family life. I know a lot about her parents because she likes to talk about her parents, but
Best girl ever.
she's awesome. And yeah. And she's my kind of woman. She grew up with like the greatest games ever. She grew up with Doom just like me. You know, we were obsessed with Doom. She grew up with that arcade Terminator game with the big old giant mounted rifle that you use to play it. She freaking grew up playing that. It was awesome. I mean, she's my kind of woman. The only problem with her is that she hangs out on V on 4chan, and she's like a celebrity there. And I wish she would stop that because I hate 4chan. It's the only that's her only bad feature. Everything else is just hot. Everything else is just, I love this so much. But yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, Mangoes, I'm gonna fucking hurt you if you don't say that question properly. Fuck. There's a reason.
It's your turn.
No. You think you're saying it right, but you have to say the whole goddamn thing.
It's your turn.
Okay. God, I wasn't waiting for that. I was waiting for you to acknowledge me. You're not gonna acknowledge me, are you?
I'm gonna read the 17. Shut up.
You're going to love me.
Why are you reading 17? The fuck?
Because
So that means
you're
I have
gonna
to-
be able to read the 18.
Are we already on question 17?
No, we're on 15. Oh, okay,
Oh.
Mangoes, whatever. Are you a part of any Brony sub-factions, such as the New Lunar Republic, Solar Empire, etc.?
Jokingly, yeah, I'm part of the New Lunar Republic because their theme song is better. Not officially or anything like that. I know that the girl I mentioned in the last question, she wants me to join Brony circles on Steam and stuff like that, and I'm like, but those aren't human beings. When you join Brony circles, you are joining the biggest, smelliest, neck-beardedest men on the face of the earth. You are not joining like true bronies. You're not joining like people who actually like the show or anything like that. You're milling yourself into a herd of sweaty man children. We don't want to be part of that.
Don't we have a Steam group?
Yes.
Well, you guys are cooler, so
Oh, okay.
You guys get a +1. But I'm not joining your group.
You're just dissing all of them. We have an account.
I'm not joining your group. Anyway.
I know, it's okay. Okay,
I'm not
yeah. Magos, am I saying this question or are you?
You.
What do you currently do for work? How does it impede, if at all, with your bronyhood?
I work in the Bronyhood. I'm self-employed as an artist. I take commissions, and that's pretty much it. I can't get a job anywhere else. I keep putting in applications, and nobody wants to hire. So I'm like, you know what? And, you know, I changed up my commission prices to be more like $80 to $100 when I take a full digital color commission, which is very reasonable considering they take like 8 hours to make. So I'm pretty much just a self-employed artist who I draw pony porn for a living, and I love it. It's a glorious living. I love waking up every morning and just drawing. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, next. What reaction did your parents and friend have when you revealed that you were a brony?
This is a fun one. Anyway, so I told my mom about My Little Pony, and I said that it was great, and she didn't really understand. She thought it was a phase because she remembered that we used to watch the show and collect the ponies, but she knew we were never serious about it. We were kind of just being retards, and she was like, oh no, you're being a retard again. And then I showed her the clip of Rarity whining, and she laughed so hard, and she was like, okay, never mind, I support this show. So now my mom is like really supportive of my bronyism, but at the same time she knows about the fact that I draw porn, and she always asks me the most uncomfortable possible questions about about pony porn. And I always respond to her with, Mom, how am I supposed to respond to that? That's the most uncomfortable question I could possibly get. I don't know. And then there's my dad. My dad just flat out thinks I'm gay. And, whatever. He can think what he wants. I know what I am. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I don't need to get defensive. I'm straight, for the record. Anyway, just a fun story that I have to throw in because it has to do with bronyism. It's an example of one of those uncomfortable moments with my mom. Walked up the stairs one morning. I was really tired. I had just woken up and I was like groggy, and I was like, oh my god. I walk upstairs and I pick up a bag of marshmallows, and I pull out this big old marshmallow, and I'm like, hello, Rarity. And I really sensually insert the marshmallow into my mouth. And then I look to my left, and my mom is across the room staring at me. And I'm like, shit. So I back out of the room and I just sort of leave, and I'm like, maybe she won't say anything about this. The next day, I go upstairs in the morning, and she is standing there eating marshmallows, and she reaches the bag out to me, offers me some marshmallows, and goes, want a Rarity? And I'm like, oh god. God damn it. I hate it. So that's my that's my great, wonderful story. So, continue.
What about your friends' reactions? I'm waiting for my furnace to turn off. It should turn off in about like 30-40 seconds-ish.
Friends' reactions. Well, my best friend is obviously like very glad that I'm into the show. He loves talking to me about it. My real life friends are also bronies, so it's very easy to just go and talk to them about things. I love to give them sneak previews about what's going to happen next in Miss Rarity, and everyone's having a great time, and it's really cool. Then I don't know. My friends are all pretty fairly cool with the fact that I'm into ponies. I actually have a couple friends who they hate bronies, like they flat out hate them and hate the show and everything like that, and they think people need to shut up about it. But they always say the only person who it's okay with is Jay. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then they're like, because you're not like, you don't freak out about it. You don't go to the store singing the songs really loudly and really embarrassingly. You just go to the store, walk into the pony aisle, go, do I not have any of these? Nope, I got them all. All right, let's go. We just walk somewhere else. And it's just cool, because you're Jay, and that's what you do. And I'm like, oh, my friends approve of me. So, yeah, all of my friends are cool with my bronyism. My brother hates it, though. My brother, like, absolutely hates the fact that I'm into ponies. He hates the show, and, you know, he's approving. He thinks it's okay if I'm into the show, but he just wishes I wasn't, because he hates the show. He thinks it's a big communist conspiracy, and he's a conspiracy theorist, like, in every sense of the term, and it gets kind of annoying, but whatever. I'll watch my communist ponies, and I'll enjoy my communist ponies. Yeah. So that's that question. Can we move to the next one?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not being impatient. I'm just. Anyway.
Well, 18 of 29-ish.
29-ish.
Yeah. And I think we've accumulated 66 minutes, so an hour and 6 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
We're gonna have a very short period of time.
We have a peak of 69. Wade, we have a peak of 69 listener.
I know, we've reached our. I was gonna actually front on that eventually with us. We've broken our records thanks to Jay here.
No, it's you guys. No.
Yeah, it was obviously all us. Yeah, guys. Thanks for coming out.
You.
Oh,
your
I can't believe you guys.
Question was the one.
Yeah, that was definitely the one. So totally the one. And you know what, Mangos? This next question is kind of self-answered because he answered it in the last one. But you know what? Whatever. Have you been down the pink aisle? If so, what was it like for you?
Yes, I have. I've been down it several times. Like I said, I used to collect the My Little Pony figures from Generation 1, Generation 2, and Generation 3. So it's no different for Generation 4. I just walk down the aisle. I don't really mind. I don't care if I'm 6'5" and wearing a trench coat and have 3-foot long hair and a beard. I'm going to walk down that aisle. God damn it.
Way best.
No, I'm very close. I realize that I look like a child molester when I go down that aisle, so I make my business quick. I walk into the aisle, I look at what's there, I think, is there anything? Are there any ponies here that I don't have? And then I just kind of leave. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and go, oh my god, I want to smell Pinkie Pie's butt. No, I'm gonna look at the ponies and I'm gonna leave. I mean, that's it.
Lol.
Isn't that an animation?
No, don't do it, Clyde. You'll see my butt. Gosh, Pinkie Pie, don't be such a poo. Anyway,
yes, I love that animation.
That's brownies. I love that so much.
Okay, next question. Mac, Windows, or Linux?
Windows, by far. Absolutely. 100% Windows. I very, very much attempted to get into Mac because of its artistic capabilities. It's a lot better with Photoshop and stuff like that. I will admit that. Mac is better for artists. However, Windows is just fine for artists. I mean, everything that Mac can do, Windows can do too. It's just Mac does a few things better, but it's like I can do without those few things better. It doesn't matter. I don't care if the computer crashes sometimes. I work around it. Windows, I grew up with Windows because my mom worked for IBM. I was one of the first 100 families in America to have a PC. So we've had Windows like forever. You know, we had MS-DOS back in the day, and it was great. DOS was awesome. So, yeah, big ol' thumbs up to Windows. I grew up with Windows, and I don't think I'll ever be off of Windows. I think Windows 8 is stupid, though, or Windows 9, or whatever is out right now. That new operating system that just came out past Windows 7. Windows 7 is fine. You know, the next one makes my computer into an iPhone, and I think that's stupid. All the apps everywhere.
Okay. Next question. Are you excited by Fighting is Magic and or Equestria Online coming out soon?
Mangoes, I'm going to cut your balls off.
So freaking lutely. Why are you going to cut Mangoes' balls off?
That was supposed to be my question.
Oh, well,
No.
I'll pretend
You didn't justify
asked
that it was yours, so you can go to hell. And yes, please continue, though, Jay.
I'll pretend you asked it. Well, DJ GLaDOS, I sure am glad that those are coming. Anyway, Fighting is Magic looks absolutely amazing. It's professionally done. It looks like they're trying to balance it out. They're making each character unique instead of just a bunch of freaking rehashes like most fan-made fighting games do. And it's got a great soundtrack behind it. I'm on the bandwagon with every other person on the entire planet. The Applejack level music is just amazing. So Fighting is Magic looks absolutely amazing. Equestria Online, on the other hand, it looks good. I want to play it. You know, I can't wait for the little beta to come out so I can go and play. But the problem with Equestria Online is just the fact that the engine and the graphics are really crappy. I mean, all power to them for making a 3D game that's, online and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure that the engine is very difficult, very, hard to do and stuff like that. But it looks like a fun little social thing. It looks like a thing that you can hop on and make a pony and, go around, earn your cutie mark by level 6, which is really fun sounding, and, level up and have like a sort of MMO feel behind ponies. And I'm sure that they're going to have like little dedicated role-playing areas and stuff like that. I'm going to love that. I'm going to love freaking playing, being able to play an actual RPG as a pony. That just sounds fun. I don't care about the graphics, but they are not good looking. So, Equestria Online, unfortunately, the graphics are really... but at the same time, I used to play Furcadia. In fact, I still sometimes do play Furcadia, and that's a 2D game with really, really, really bad walking animations. So, whatever. If the game's done right, I'm gonna love it. So, yeah. Fighting is Magic is guaranteed to be good, though. It looks pro. It looks like something that they should get money off of. Put it on Steam, for fuck's sake.
Just so I can add on to some of the stuff you said there. Equestria Online, it just recently got a new graphic update.
I saw. I'm following them on Facebook. I saw their graphic update and stuff like that.
We got it from the creator. We're friends with Raindrops. In fact, Perry is a concept artist. I'm a 3D. I was supposed to be a 3D modeler, and I'm their head advertiser, or one of their advertisers.
I know Raindrops.
Yep.
I didn't know he was the head of Equestria Online.
Well, Raindrops, or I don't know what his actual, how he's actually known. There's probably more Raindrops out there. I just know that this one Raindrops that I know on Skype is the creator of the project.
Oh.
Yep. And so that gave me and Perry access to a very, very pre-alpha version, like imp dev. And now we're working. I think Perry can get updated version, and I'm working on getting an updated version and stuff too. Fighting's Magic. I tried to email the main 6 to ask for interviews from them. Never got a response, so I was kind of disappointed with that.
Oh well. I'm
What
sure
do you
they're
mean
just.
no? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Perry, do you mind fronting on what you mean by nope, not right now? You mean like you haven't received the updated version yet? Because I know you haven't. I should go be like, Anya, Perry's dissing you because you're not giving him updated access. Get you fired because she's planning on firing people. Okay, fine. You don't have to front. Jeez, okay.
Finish the interview.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
shut up. What is your opinion on the state of Bronydom? Like, how do you feel as a whole? How we are perceived.
How you are perceived at the current moment. I actually have another 2 groups of bronies thing, except now it's 3 groups of bronies. There are 3 types of bronies out there, and unfortunately 2 of them are bad and 1 of them's good. There's the one type of brony, which is a person who legitimately enjoys the show. Whether or not they are fapping to the show is beyond me, because they don't announce it publicly. They don't scream it out at the top of their lungs that they jizz in their pants over ponies. I mean, you can do that, I don't care, but fuck. Anyway, so that's group 1, are the people like me who like the show and will gladly tell the internet how much they fap to it. I don't give a damn. You know, I do that. I say it all the time. So that group is fine. They're the people who are they're the cool likers of the show. Second, there's the people who think of it as a damn 4chan meme, and they are just dragging the pony name through the dirt and the mud and the blood and the razor blades because they're on a bandwagon and they're just pulling it along and just making all these stupid jokes that are just annoying as hell, and I want to punch them in the freaking balls. These people are too into ponies, is what I'm trying to say. They're the people who do not shut the hell up about ponies. Every single time they post something on Facebook or 4chan or anything like that, they always have a pony picture that goes with it. It's just, it's so annoying. These are the people who need to shut the hell up about the ponies. They can like it, but they need to stop screaming about them. Yeah, exactly, Perry. The ones who really want to sniff Pinky's butt. And then there's the third type. These are the ones who are a public nuisance. These are the ones who do not just scream about ponies online. These are the ones who scream about ponies in reality. And furries have this same group of people. The people who go out in public, dressed up like a freaking pony with a Brony t-shirt on or a 20% cooler t-shirt on. I mean, you can have a pony t-shirt. I don't mind. But, you know, I ordered a Little Miss Rarity shirt, which is going to be awesome when it gets here, and I'm going to love it, and I'm never going to take it off. But when you go out and you're wearing a pony shirt and you're wearing like pony ears and a rainbow wig, and you group up with a whole bunch of other bronies, and then you go to Pizza Hut and you're screaming the songs out at the top of your lungs. When you do that with anything, I don't care what the fan base is, when you do that with absolutely anything, it's annoying and you need to shut up. It's just, they are the ones who are the biggest damage to the show. People see them first. It's the same thing with furries. The ones who are really, 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 really loud about their liking, you know, it's the same thing with gay people. When gay people are really flamboyant and they like to go and, you know, put on a Speedo and go down the street in a giant parade and they're freaking doing pelvic thrusts in children's faces, that's when you're a little too gay. And it's the same thing with anything else. When you get that damn far into liking something that you have to scream about it everywhere you go, and you have to dress up like it, and you have to make sure everybody in every room you ever go in knows your freaking fanaticism about that thing. So that's the problem with the bronies right now, is that there are a lot of them. Like 40 to 50% of bronies are those type, and they need to stop. They're making the rest of us look really bad. Like really, really, really bad. So that's my opinion. And I hope that number dies down a little.
Well, just to talk about some things as a person who finds fursuiting quite awesome, in fact. I do agree with you with the whole screaming and shit. People literally walking around screaming that they love ponies and stuff. Fucking shut up. But I do approve of the fursuits. I actually like looking at fursuits. I hate how that's... I hate, however, the media is like, heard they're wearing fursuits, they must love to have sex in them, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh yeah, I just spent like $2,000 on this suit. I'm gonna go have sex in it and ruin it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get jizz in the fur and never be able to clean that out. That's exactly what people buy fursuits for.
No, like I mean, that's why we get such bad raps. Furries especially, because they get like MTV slots and stuff like that just devoted to why furries are so bad, and it's just all of it is about these guys yiffing in suits, and it's always the bad, like the worst of the worst stuff.
Yeah,
that's truly what's screwing us.
Fursuits is something I would never do. I would, when I went to Anthrocon, 6 years ago, I wore a tail and I had a little beanie with ears on it, and my ass got grabbed so many times that it was probably bleeding by the end of it. But that's fine. I don't mind like a little tail and stuff like that. I'll wear that. That's cool. I'd go to school wearing a tail and a hoodie with ears on it. I don't mind. But I would not go to school wearing a full-on fursuit. I'd look like an idiot in that case. But if someone else wants to do that, go ahead. I don't mind. I'll gladly talk to somebody who's in a fursuit. In fact, sometimes I'm a little more interested in talking to them if they're in a fursuit. Because I'm like, oh, hey, you're a furry. Hey, cool. I don't, there's not a lot of you around here. Thumbs up.
The people that are cool enough to wear those things around are the people that are actually enough into the fandoms to know that stuff. I mean, hell, if I see somebody in a full-out fursuit, I will hug them and stuff like that and tell them that they're great for doing it. Because, I mean, hell, if you got pride enough to walk around in that and know how many people are probably going, oh my god, look at that person, he's so gross. I mean, the fact you have that, and granted, you said you would never wear the thing to school. I don't think anybody ever would wear it to school, because then there would be the kids. Oh my god, look at that faggot. Oh my god. Hey, want to go have sex in the locker room? That's exactly how it goes, and it's stupid that that's the raps that we get for it. We get fucked over because of some small thing that occurs with a couple of people, and. Yep.
As soon as you go and tell somebody you're a furry, from then on, you go along and you go, oh yeah, I'm a furry, or I'm a furry artist, or something like that. They just immediately jump to the conclusion that you like to throw on a fursuit and screw each other and throw up in your fursuits and get off to that. No. We're not all into that. Fuck. God damn it.
Gross. Those things get fucking hot. Like, so fast. I mean, I can't see people even doing that. I know that it's occurred a couple of times, but it's like, holy shit, the things are hot enough that walking in them is almost unbearable. I can't even, you would die of like lack of oxygen or suffocation in one of those.
They have ones with air conditioners built in, but those are like a couple thousand extra dollars.
They have suits designed for that. Yiff suits are what they design for that. Or designed for the purpose of having sex in them. That's for people that have fetishes for that kind of stuff. They're cheaper. They're like $100 each.
Oh my god, speaking of which, at Anthrocon, there was this one chick that, she was wearing a skin-tight suit, like it was a full-on cat suit, and it was, I don't even know what it was made of, but it had, like, fur all over it and stuff like that. She looked fucking, like, goddamn hot, I'll have to admit. She looked like she was buck naked, so it was really weird. But she had like more people there taking pictures of her than anyone else at the entire place. Obviously, she was an attention whore, and probably had a really stupid personality, but oh my god, like, that's fursuiting done right. That was like, wow, that was hot. So, yeah.
I prefer the really poofy, like, huskies and stuff like that, like the full-out fucking, like, expensively nice fursuits. The skin-tight ones are cool and stuff, but I mean, those are the kind of things that gives us bad raps. Especially since there's always the goddamn, and I mean, this sounds so rude and stuff, but there's always the goddamn ugly person that thinks they're hot enough to wear one of those.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, I can see your cankles through it. Oh, oh.
Yeah, you gotta have the body type to support it. It's the same thing with cosplaying. Yep. Like, there was someone at that very Anthrocon who was dressed up as Renamon, or Renamon, or however the fuck you pronounce it. And they were like 700 or 800 pounds. And I was like, oh, God.
I was like, oh no, why are you doing this? Shut up, you two. It doesn't really matter, Perry and Mangoes. We're having fun. That's all these are about. Mangoes, the only reason I can see you wanting this to be rushed along is so you don't have to wait so long for it to upload. That's really it. And all of the people in the chat, okay guys, let's totally let's change over the discussion to Fuda. Fuda. Yeah, let's talk about Fuda. Oh my god, Fuda. Oh my god, girls with dicks.
Anyway.
Oh, Fuda shy is bad.
Yeah,
Fudaloo is best cocksock. Anyway, continue. More questions.
Okay, next question. Are you, yes, you're in Tumblr. Do you follow any Ask Pony, and so, what is your favorite one?
Ask Princess Molestia, my absolute favorite. For various reasons. He's a great artist, he's a cool guy, and he drew Little Miss Rarity, which is part of the reason I got so much popularity right off the bat, was thanks to my Princess Molestia debut. It was awesome. And someone just sent me MS Paint fan art of Little Miss Rarity, and I love it. They're like, so you said you like MS Paint fan art? Here you go. Anyway, Princess Molestia is my favorite. It's incredibly well written. It's incredibly funny. I haven't read a single one that didn't make me laugh. And hell, some of them even turned me the fuck on. Like seriously, I could legitimately clop to a lot of his updates. Princess Molestia is amazing. Everything about Princess Molestia is amazing. I like Slugbox's new Tenno Ask blog. I'm actually following quite a lot of Ask blogs. Like, Tumblr is... I religiously watch Tumblr update. Like, every single time I see a little update on it, I'm like, ooh, what's new? And I click on it just to
I
see
am
what people
Tumblr
post.
addict like you.
Yeah, I'm addicted. I'm following like 94 people, I think. And
I'm following 93. Oh my god.
How many exactly am I following? Yeah, 94. Okay.
Yes, the C is silent in Tenno.
Yeah, it's Tenno.
Who the hell would say it's a Tenno? Kateno? Screw you guys.
He flat out said how you pronounce it. Somebody asked how do you pronounce Tenno, and then he said no. Tenno. And then he flat out said it in his stream. I was like, I knew I was pronouncing Tenno, right? And he was like, yeah, it's Tenno. So, yeah. Slugbox is like, when it comes to naming characters, he likes to name characters that are hard to pronounce. I love doing that. I always make the characters like on World of Warcraft and Rift that people try to say my name when we're in the middle of a raid and we're on Ventrilo or Mumble, and they come up and they go, all right, so they're just looking at my name, and it's like, I name my character Sharin or something like that, and then they're like, Shrarin? You go over there. And I'm like, will do.
Oh my god.
I love doing that. It's great.
Are you on Pony Square, Rainbow Dash Network, etc.?
I have no idea what those are. What are they?
Pony Square is the Facebook for ponies, the update or like the new version of Flankbook, if you ever heard of that. Is the original version of it. And Rainbow Dash Network is Twitter for ponies.
Really?
Basically, it's Twitter for ponies. It's been told. I've been told it's Twitter for ponies. I've never made an account for Rainbow Dash Network.
Huh.
I have an account
I
for Pony
haven't heard
Square.
of them, but sound cool. I mean, the problem with Twitter is that I never update it. I've had a Twitter for years now, and I never update it. I just stare at it.
The only update on my Twitter is the game.
You bastard.
Oh no, I lost. Anyway.
Yeah.
Next question.
Such a terrible internet
Next
meme.
question
Mangoes, go.
So much about.
Okay, next question. What is your favorite song from the show?
Art of the Dress. No questions asked for Art of the Dress. Art of the Dress is... Yeah, I'm gonna stretch this one out because I like this question. Art of the Dress is incredibly well written. It's being sung by my favorite voice actress on the entire show, Tabitha St. Germain, who is a brilliant voice actress. She's wonderful. Oh my god. She can hit so many different freaking octaves as Rarity. She's just it's so wonderful.
She do Luna too. She do Luna and Apple Bloom.
Luna, is she Apple Bloom? I didn't know she was Apple Bloom. And she's also
and Sakura.
And I love her. I absolutely love her. So she's a wonderful voice actress. I love Art of the Dress. And my second favorite song is the new one, Pony Every Pony Should Know.
Becoming popular.
Yeah, becoming popular. The only problem with that one is she doesn't sing it in Rarity's voice. She sings it in Tabitha St. Germain's singing voice. So I was sitting there going, wait, what? Is Rarity singing this? Because she talks right before the song starts, and then she starts singing the song, and her voice completely changes. And I'm like, whoa, what? That's the only reason that song isn't my favorite song. But it's well written, it's wonderful, it's great. I love all the songs in the show, and I can sing every one of them, except that new one, because I haven't listened to it 1,000 times yet. And I love them. They're great songs to sing in the car, great songs to sing in the shower, and Art of the Dress is just fucking wonderful. It's so well done. It's so perfect, and it's catchy. It's great, and it's Rarity. I love Rarity. As soon as Twilight Sparkle sings her own song, oh my god. They need like a fully devoted Twilight Sparkle song, and it needs to be about being a nerd. But yeah. Like, Winter Wrap-Up wasn't about Twilight. It was kind of like an Every Pony song. They need like a full-on Twilight Sparkle song, and I will throw all of my money at the TV screen. Anyway, Art of the Dress. Hooves down. No better song. None.
Alright, what do you use for drawing art? Like, what program and what do you use?
Oh, I hope this never gets asked ever again, because it gets asked 500 times a day.
If somebody asks you, link them to this once it's uploaded.
Yeah, I'll link them to this, and I'll be like, just listen to that whole thing. You'll hear it in about 2 hours and 20 minutes. But I use a Cintiq 12WX, which is a $1,000 tablet. It's got a screen on it. It's awesome. I got it from my grandma, who she supported my artistic career. And, my grandma was a billionaire. She had billions of dollars. But my brother called her up one day and said that he needed a Cintiq 24X, which is the $2,000 tablet computer screen. It's huge and it's bulky and stuff like that. My brother walks in and he says, "Would you be mad if I got one of those?" and he's on the phone with my grandma. And I'm like, well, how about instead of you getting a $2,000 tablet, how about we both get $1,000 tablets? He proposes that to my grandma, and she agreed to it. So she bought the Cintiq. Both of us. This was 5 years ago, and this thing still works. This thing's amazing. This is the most durable thing on the face of the earth, and it has a lifetime warranty. So even if it does break, I just send it in. So that's what I use as a tablet. Cintiq 12WX, wonderful. And then for art, I was a devout Photoshop CS2 user, and then CS5 came along, and there were a couple feet better, but a lot of it I like CS2 better. But now I use CS5 just completely. And
you don't use Paint Tool Psi?
Everyone tells me to use Paint Tool Psi. Everyone tells me to use GIMP. Everyone tells me to use, everything other than Photoshop. And they're saying Photoshop is stupid and Photoshop is dumb and stop using Photoshop. And I'm like, no. Photoshop is my thing. I owe it to Photoshop because I paid $800 for Photoshop. Well, 2 copies of Photoshop. It's $400 for one full premium copy with everything that comes with it. The full Adobe suite is like $400. We got 2 of it for me and my brother. This was a few years ago, and so we get free updates to everything like Photoshop CS5 and stuff like that. So yeah, I use CS5 and the Cintiq 12WX. That is my artsy, fartsy thing. Next question.
Okay. How long have you been doing artwork?
Yeah, artwork's been my life since 8 years old. I failed every single class I had, including art classes, because I just drew. I would go into the classes and I would just draw, just constantly. Like, I'd be paying attention. I learned a lot of things. Obviously, I know how to talk. I know a lot about big words, and I know a lot about writing and stuff like that. I know a lot about mathematics. I was listening, I just didn't do the work. I would push the work aside, or I would turn the work over and draw on the back of it. All I ever did was draw. I've always been drawing. And, yeah, just drawing. Lots of drawing. So, yes.
Just drawing. It's kind of like me.
Just drawing.
Every class. I've yet to pass a grade.
The only time I actually passed was when I had to graduate, so...
Oh, yeah, well, obviously that's what I'm trying to do right now. I just mean I haven't ever cleanly passed a grade, like in high school, like, not failed a single class throughout the whole entire year. I failed math and English last year, so... And then this year I'm gonna fail, probably math, geography, and English. Yeah, grade 9 English. I'm failing grade 9 English. I'm in grade 10. So I'm failing it for the second time, It's a year-long class, and I have to fucking take it again. Or I'll have to take it for the other half of the year. So there's just that's just great. Okay, that question's obligatory because you've already answered it. Okay, well...
What is it?
Well, the question was, what is your sexual orientation? But you already told us you're straight.
I'm straight, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so audience, you guys can ask a couple of questions. This interview has dragged on for a crazy-ass long time, so ask your questions fast if you want to be heard. We will choose the best ones.
The best questions. The best.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it takes 16 seconds for them to hear us, so...
Yeah, I just have to wait for the questions to come through.
Do you like Doctor Who?
Do I like Doctor Who? I do like Doctor Who, but I don't watch Doctor Who. I love it. I love the concept. I love everything I've seen of it. I don't watch it. I like it. It's great. It's funny. I love Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. I love all that kind of stuff. It's just, I don't know anything about it. Like, I know he's a Time Lord. I know about the spacey time ball thing. I know. I saw the episode with the statues because, my love interest was terrified by that episode. Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, just to front on some people here, please, if I no asking for requests, guys. Shadow, really, just no, and no asking for stupid stuff like, can I get a whipping from Rarity? Nyeh. You're not deserving of it if you ask for it.
So yeah, the question is by Lord Pycrust. Why does Crooked Tree hate you?
I don't blame Crooked Trees for hating me. I understand why he does, and I'm not going to be mad at him. I am going to think that he's kind of being a little bitchy about it, but I don't mind. He can hate me because I understand. It was just that I came into the world of Tumblr basically begging him to notice me. Like, I made Little Miss Rarity obsessed with Pinkamena and talking about Pinkamena constantly. I sent him notes. I was like, hey, what's up? Hey. I sent him a note on Fur Affinity and stuff like that. I was like a really, really annoying fan. One of those people that was just like, oh my god, notice me. And that was just like a little too much. And I think I sort of led to his, I think I was a driving factor, one of the driving factors in him ending Pinkamena Diane Pie. Or, you know, putting it on hiatus. And yeah, I understand him not liking me, because when I get fans like that, they're just annoying as fuck, and I think they, you know, they need to stop sometimes. So that's kind of why Crooked Trees doesn't like me. He made, I don't know where he said it, but people keep copy-pasting me something where he says that, you know, I'm a blatant ripoff of what he created, and I'm just annoying. You know, he directly linked me and said that I'm annoying, and I'm the type of person that made him quit. So I feel bad for doing that, which is why I'm inching Little Miss Rarity away from Pinkamena Diane Pie and, you know, keeping everything normal. But, you know, I'm doing my own thing now. But at the same time, I think he's being a little too whiny about it, considering I'm unique and he stole his character from Cupcakes. So, oh boy, dogs, hang on.
People out there in the chat, if we don't say your question, it's not that we hate you or anything like that. It's just probably because we didn't enjoy your question or anything like that. You know, just stuff. Okay, guests 29328. Why are there bullets and tanks in Equestria? Okay, they don't have tanks. They've never shown it. They've never even said that they have an armored carrier with mobile weapons, like a mobile weapons platform on basic steel with treads. They said that Tank the Tortoise is... Tank means that it's a heavily fortified structure or object. So it means many things. Don't ever assume something like that. Bullets, however, yes. They did say that they have bullets and, you know, whatever. And, you know, they have hooves. If you've ever read any fanfic about it, then you probably know that there's ways that they could use weaponry. Especially unicorns.
I will say something about bullets. The term bullet came from a slingshot. The thing that's shot out of a sling or thrown out of a sling is called a bullet. It was before guns. So, yeah.
And all about Pinkie Pie cannon.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie has a cannon. She has a party cannon. And you know what? I think maybe they could be canon in Equestria. Maybe there really is tanks and guns and stuff like that. But I mean, so? What would that change something? What, just because they're canon? Like, I don't think it changes anything.
Yeah, I can't ever see it actually affecting anything ever. I've yet to meet a pony who can outsmart a bullet.
Honestly, I don't think that they are canon, because tank, you know, the word tank came from things being, like you said, being big and bulky and stuff like that. So, anyway, find another question. I think we've answered that one enough.
It wasn't really a question. It was more of a statement. Just them saying the why, like, how come there's this.
They put a
hooves.
question mark at the end of it so we would notice it. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay, Shadow. Stop saying I'm crushing your dreams. You're not gonna get whipped like. You're not gonna get ripped by Rarity. Just no. Looking through all this stuff on here.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
After the interview, will you be able to make a custom logo for the video? When uploading the
it's a display picture for the YouTube video because it requires that we have a video stream on it, and we usually put just our logo and then who we're interviewing on there. So if they're artists that we get, then we tend to ask them if they can make their own display picture.
Sure. I'll make one.
Oh, okay. Thanks. That's you're actually the first person we've ever actually asked during the interview if they would do that, because I mean, we've only ever asked for one once because we just started posting these things online. We have one that's currently posted online, and that's our interview with the Living Tombstone, and that's accumulated around 2,600 views. He posted it. We didn't, sadly. I think the only ones we have posted is the Stalker one. But, you know, whatever. Anything else in here?
Stalker is a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. Grim, that's kind of a general question, but you know what? I'm just gonna say it anyways. Any words for a high school student trying to get into art as a hobby?
Don't give up. That's pretty much all I can say. I mean, I wanted to give up art a lot of times, but just don't. Just keep at it. Even if your art looks bad compared to other people's art, just keep at it.
Practice.
And I know that sounds like something you'd hear in a movie, and that's because it's true. Everything you hear in a movie is true. No,
I try to don't give up, but sometimes I just look at the other people's art and I just say, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I do the same thing, believe it or not. I look at art from people like freaking John Giseco, Slugbox, even Shadow Brony / Fluorescent Moofag. I look at their stuff and I'm like, oh, I wish I could draw like that. Especially freaking Shadow Brony's sister, Really Dazed. Her artwork is just like, oh my god, I love it so much. Oh, I just want to print it out and rub it all over myself.
I just link my DeviantArt and you can look how I'm getting in my art.
Okay.
What is the strangest thing a fan has ever requested?
Oh god, don't. Okay, I'm going to read. I wrote it down in a text file. I'm going to read off the most strange and disturbing Little Miss Rarity question I've ever seen in my entire life. Where is it? Oh, the adept is going to love that I'm reading this one off. Okay, this is vulgar as hell. I hope that your that your stream or whatever, that when you post this, I hope that you allow this kind of stuff, because this is disgusting. Dear Little Miss Rarity, I currently have a butt plug in and my ass is filled with horse semen. Do you want to pull the plug out and drink it from me?
What? Oh my god.
That is the weirdest question I've ever gotten. What the hell? Oh.
I'm gonna throw up all over my computer. Oh god. To quote Toby.
Do not have a mental image of that scene.
I've seen and heard worse. I agree with the people in the chat. I have seen and heard worse things than that, but that's just the weirdest thing I've seen in Little Miss Rarity. It's just, what the fuck? Oh, hey, Congo Like's here. Thumbs up to Congo Like. That's an awesome dude. You guys should interview him.
Who is there?
Yeah.
Congo Like. He's Ask the Diamond Dongs. It's
oh shit.
It's the Diamond Dogs, but they're like, you know, drawn in a really awesome style. And he does a lot of he has like a little bondage-esque Ask blog that's really it's really naughty and really fun. I like it. He's also the artist behind Ask Shiva, and I did fan art of Shiva recently. He's a cool dude.
Okay, I'm gonna BRB, hopefully not too long. Yeah. I'm the one holding the recorder, so you guys are gonna have to just keep going till I come back. So,
okay. Let's see. What type of music do you like other than MLP stuff? Everything. I like every genre of music, ever.
Do you like dubstep?
Some of it. Very little of it. That's like my least liked
Ah,
genre.
wub wub.
There's some of it that I enjoy. Just such a very little amount that I enjoy. But when I do enjoy it, I really enjoy it. You know, I can really get into it.
Like, yeah.
But dubsteps, it's just, I don't know. Some people just do dubstep wrong, and by some people, I mean most people.
Man,
like,
I enjoy dubstep, but not all of them, because sometimes, yeah, like you said, is wrong. It's not well done.
yeah, sometimes, and I mean most of the time, it's just a bunch of sounds, and it sounds like two robots fighting with each other, and that's not music. That's the sound of two robots fighting each other, and I can't bob my head and headbang to two robots beating each other up. But
do you like A Party with Pinky by Alex S?
Oh, Alex S. I love everything he does. He's the dubstep that I like.
Yeah.
Him, and I know a lot of people argue Skrillex isn't dubstep. Skrillex is good, whatever he is. So yeah, you know, I'm really picky with dubstep. It has to be done right. But I listen to everything, like absolutely everything. Country, freaking rap, freaking everything. I listen to everything.
Good sounding.
If a song is good, I don't care what genre it is. It's a good song. So
I am like that too.
But
okay. That's a question.
Yeah, do you enjoy it when Sweetie Belle's voice cracks? Every time Sweetie Belle's voice cracks, God spares an orphan child. I love Sweetie Belle's voice cracks. When she says Maine and her voice cracks, I freaking squeal. Like, the first time I saw the episode about Twilight and she said I really like her mane and her voice cracked when she said Maine, I actually very audibly squealed and shivered in my chair. It was so fucking cute.
Yeah.
But my favorite voice crack in the entire show is in that same episode, when the very last time Rarity does the worst possible thing, quote, when she says "what," I really mean it this time. When she says "what," her voice cracks like crazy, and I squealed all the same at that voice crack. I was like, "Oh my god!" Oh. What's your take on Ipsywitch? I love Ipsywitch. I talk to the guy on a fairly usual basis. He's on my Skype. I can talk to him whenever I want. Ipsywitch is one of my favorite Tumblrs out there. I love Ipsywitch. She's so damn cute. And R. Perils is a great guy behind it. I love Ipsywitch. Ipsywitch is best Ipsy. Somehow I cannot imagine JJ squealing. I'm not JJ. I'm Jay. I gave him. Anyway. Oh god, that gap. Yeah, I love the buck teeth on Ipswich. That's like my favorite thing. Top 3 favorite animated movies. Shit. Top 3 favorite animated movies. I would ask if CGI counted, but I don't really like CGI movies, so I guess that doesn't count. Wow. I don't know what my top 3 animated movies are. I like animated movies like a lot. I just don't know what my top 3 would be.
Do you have planned to do any animation?
I have done animations. I animated Little Miss Rarity getting spanked by Princess Molestia. And I also have an animation of a furry mouse girl of mine who her character was she was a prostitute. I have an animation that I made in Flash that's her on the job, and it's one of my most favorited and most viewed pictures on Fur Affinity. It's like my second most favorited, second most viewed, just because it has animated in the name. Yeah. What do you think of the background ponies? I like all of them.
What episode you love the least?
What episode do I love the least? Which episode was it? There's an episode in season 1 that geez, which one was it? It's the one that I referred to it as the episode that if somebody is introduced to the show on that one, they're not gonna like the show. Cause
the one with Aloysius?
Was it the no, not the one with Aloysius. I kinda like the one with Aloysius. Which one was it? It was like kinda just a bland and kinda lame episode, like really like nothing goes on in it and there's nothing great. Boy, I have to look it up now. Can't believe I forgot season 1.
Already.
Looking it up.
Zach's thing. I animated Little Miss Rarity getting spanked by Princess Molestia. I remember staring at that for ages and hardcore Clop looking at it more.
Can you link it? I don't remember seeing it.
You don't remember that one?
Here, have the link. Okay.
No.
403 error. No.
Yeah.
Go ahead, destroy your keyboard. My keyboard's what is it? It's waterproof. Spill resistant. It's just a pain in the ass to clean up. No.
But when your keyboard
the Diamond Dogs episode.
Oh, the Diamond Dogs.
Yeah, the Diamond Dogs episode.
But I like listening to Rarity Wine.
Episode.
I like listening to Rarity Wine.
I love the Rarity whining part. Sure, it's my favorite part in like any episode, but that was it. I mean, it was a boring episode other than that. I guess Spike's dream was pretty cool. But I don't know, I like every episode in the show, just that's the episode that I said that's a bad episode to introduce somebody to the show with. You don't show them that episode.
I can count up to penis.
I can count to purple backwards. Anyway.
I can count all the way to 55.
I can count your apple.
50. 55.
I can count a G. Anyway, any more questions?
It doesn't look like it. It seems like the chat's kind of dying. It's like, oh man, we asked all our questions at the same time.
You sometimes find yourself wondering how different things would be without MLP. I would probably just be depressed right now if it weren't for that little thing. Like, really depressed. I was incredibly depressed before Friendship is Magic came along, and then now I get giddy every Saturday. I'm like, yay, new episode, yay! I watch the episodes over and over and over. Every single time they come out, I watch them like 15 times in a row. I love this show.
Season 1 10 times.
And on top of that, the characters have been teaching me like better life morals. Like, I've been eating better, acting better, being nicer, because the show's been telling me things. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna learn from this. I love this. I love the love and tolerance aspect of the show. I love, all kinds of stuff like that. And I've been finding myself acting a lot more like Rarity lately, which is weird. But anyway, I love the show. I don't think I'd be able to survive without it.
Yeah, me too.
But luckily it's here, and even if the show ends one day, which Hasbro's really making it look like they want to end the show. They keep saying all these things like, oh, you need to stop changing or you need to stop making the characters say words like losers and stuff like that. And I'm like, why? The show is the most popular show on the hub. I mean, they want to kick it off just because it said losers in it once.
Yeah, that's the hub for you. The hub overcalculates the stuff.
I think some in an episode Spike say, "Kill myself" or something like that.
Okay, but the thing though is that the show is designed. Sure, it's designed for families, and basically it's considered to be made for children. But think about it for a second. It's basically the equivalent of Fairly Odd Parents or SpongeBob. As terrible as SpongeBob was. SpongeBob was terrible, but it's the equivalent of those. It's a show designed for anybody to watch, and especially since most of your audience is older. I mean, sure, don't go like fucking hardcore and make it R-rated or something. I mean, keep it the same as it is. But you're able to make those kind of decisions. Putting losers into a show and stuff like that changes nothing. Sure, maybe a kid will say loser once or twice just because of it. But think of all the other stuff that you could be putting into that'll just make them brain dead and make the show worthless. I mean, fucking look at all the new shows out there right now. Agent Oso, Special Agent Oso, or Handy Manny, it's like, what the fuck? What? If you want to make a children's show, you make the goddamn thing in 3D. Because then you know that it's low budget. You make the whole episode in 3D. And then the MLP is made 2D in Flash, which makes it automatically win. Not even kidding. If you look at every good show... Continue. No. Every good show out there is made in 2D panels on Flash. Well, granted, there are obviously TV shows that are like real life and live action.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Rulane right there. Even though his question is really weird and really random, he wants to be wish luck from someone as good like you on his trip to. Well, good luck. Good luck, Rulane.
I said good luck to you earlier, you bastard. Am I not good enough for you? Set you on fire.
If you don't mind me asking, Rulane, however your name is pronounced, I apologize if I pronounce it incorrectly, but why do you require luck to be wished upon you if you're just going to Colorado? It's not like you're going to Detroit.
Hey, he's probably scared of driving for that long. I don't know, just...
Oh, perhaps. Who knows?
Oh my god, it's tumbleweed!
And Jay is the only person here who's good enough to wish you luck. I mean, I would have wished you luck if I had seen what you said, but my god, I didn't. I need to freak out on God.
Okay, I think the interview is
I messed up the syntax. God.
One last question. Can you tell us about Homestuck? I can tell you about how much I hate Homestuck. I can go on for another 3 hours about how much Homestuck needs to go away. I don't like
Homestuck is
Homestuck.
terrible. I agree with you.
We lose like 6 listeners instantaneously.
I have admittedly laughed several times at Homestuck. You know, people have linked me pictures from it, and they've been funny. Like, you know, the I'm falling down all these stairs thing. I told you about stairs, bro. I warned you to. I laughed my ass off at that. But honestly, Homestuck is just bad. It's dumb and it's stupid and it's dumb and stuff. And I don't give a fuck. So that's it. That's my opinion on Homestuck and my opinion on everything. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right.
This was a long interview.
It is a long interview.
Piece of metal. Yeah.
We have 2 last questions on our question sheet that we save for the last questions.
Okay.
We actually have the audience asking questions inserted into our question sheet. Don't ask why. It helps Mangoes, but
That was my doing, actually.
yeah. Okay. Thanks. But okay. Do you like bananas? Yeah. You like bananas?
I don't even know if they. Why are we talking about fruit and stuff? I don't even like bananas. We're supposed to be talking about the presidency. And we don't want you to rule anymore.
So you're a bitch that doesn't like bananas.
That's kind of rude. And
Just no way to respond to that.
I don't quote that enough or anything like that. Me and my friends don't quote the "Do you like bananas" thing on a daily basis or anything. So you're a bitch. He likes bananas.
Hey, if Molestia is asking you that, you just look her in the eyes and don't say anything.
You look
just
her
say
in the
fucking
eyes
yes.
and run away.
Exactly.
Okay. So you didn't really answer the question. Do you like bananas? There's a chance that I was actually asking you, right?
It is God's cruel game. He decided to create me with an allergy to bananas and then make it my favorite flavor.
What?
Yeah.
You don't.
My favorite flavor on the face of the earth is banana. I love banana. I love banana cream pie. I love bananas. I love banana flavored candy. I love banana taffy from Laffy Taffy. Like, I love it. I absolutely love that flavor, but I'm allergic to bananas, and my throat will get full of rashes if I eat them.
Wait, can you eat flavored stuff like taffy and stuff like that, or can you not
Yes,
even eat that?
I can eat flavored stuff because it's
Okay.
not naturally flavored. But if
Okay.
it's naturally, if it has banana in it, I will break out in rashes in my throat. My neck will get all itchy, and it's horrible.
That kind
I
of
hate it.
sucks. Well, you at least answered the question.
Yeah.
And I think the last thing I have on the list. Actually, I guess there's.
So
two
he's
if
a
you include
bitch who wants to like bananas.
the- Nice twist. He wants to like him, but he can't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess there is theoretically 2 questions left. I kind of don't add this one on the list. I just ask if I do this one on my own. Don't criticize Mangoes for it. Can you see any TBR stuff appearing in your art in the near future?
That's such an awkward question.
Yeah, I know.
What is TV? Oh, True Brony Rarity. Oh, okay. In Little Miss Rarity, probably not, but I might draw some fan art here and there in Little Miss J, because Little Miss Rarity I don't really throw in
Obviously.
OC ponies very often. You know, I threw in Double Entendre just because I wanted to promote Double Entendre. But that's it. You know, I don't really do the OC pony thing. And Ipsy Witch, because Ipsy Witch is so fucking cute. Oh my god, her buck teeth. She deserved to go in. But yeah. So yeah, I could draw True Brony Radio stuff.
We have all of our OCs on our DA page. I don't know if you have that.
I can
you
find
can
it.
Google search or just use DeviantArt search and search for DJ Gladys. I know that comes up to me. You can try TBR. I don't know. Or True Brony Radio.
Or I just can link you there.
That works too.
And I'm going to really quickly. I'm going to answer Shadows Bro just because he's fucking asked this question 700 times, and I need to clarify it. He keeps asking, will there ever be Futashy in Little Miss Rarity? I'm not a fan of Futashy. The comic is adorable. I'm watching, I'm following it. I laugh at the jokes. They're funny. Stuff like that. But the concept, I don't like the concept. And I don't think Fluttershy should be made into porn. She's the only character on the show I think should never be in pornographic situations.
Ooh, I agree with you.
She's too fucking cute and too innocent. I don't want her to be in sexual situations. And Futashy is, hey, let's take Fluttershy and make her act like a dog for some reason. I don't fucking know why.
Yeah.
And put a big meaty horse dick on her. That's not my thing. I'm sorry. I'm not into Futashy. That's just no. So
yeah.
So I don't think there's going to be a Futashy Little Miss Rarity crossover. Probably not.
When you said I'm not a fan of Futashy, I'm like, oh. Then you told me why. I agree with you. Porn of Fluttershy should never occur. They did make her a dog and stuff, and there was some things that I didn't. Yeah.
And I don't really, like I said, I don't really like humanized ponies as is, and Futashy is all humanized ponies and one pony. Yeah. So. Yeah.
The only one I've ever accepted is Ihara, and you sadly didn't get to meet him because he's leaving for 3.5 weeks. So, actually, you might have met him last night.
Maybe.
He's one of the other DJs. We have me, DJ GLaDOS, DJ Perry, DJ Mangoes, and DJ Hara. And Ihara is gone for vacation, and he doesn't have internet.
Oh.
Yeah. His parents won't get internet.
Oh yeah, he was the guy who said he was gone for 3 weeks, right? Yes. Yeah, I met him. He was there.
Yeah, he does humanized art, and he's also a furry and an anthro artist and stuff, and I actually like his art, and it's the only humanized art I've ever really come to enjoy. That's really it. Fuda, I'm alright with to a sense. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I don't even know. It's such a discerning, like, you don't fucking know. Do you like a dick on this girl? I don't know.
I enjoy Fuda just as much as I enjoy male or female artwork. It's the same thing. I don't think of it as something different. I'm just like, hey, it's a girl and she has a dick. Awesome. I'm cool with this.
Yeah, or no fairness. Sorry.
When I make the two different versions of my pictures, whenever I draw a Fuda picture, I always make a non-Fuda version. And that's to appeal to people who only like female and people who like Fuda better. I want to appeal to both audiences, but at the same time, I enjoy them both. Also, Shadows Bro will seriously pay me $175 a submission.
What the hell is a submission? I will give you $125 if you submit to me.
I'm assuming he means commission.
I know he means commission. Okay, Shadow, you don't have a job. You're like, what 13, 14? You're younger than me.
But if he'll pay me $175, as soon as I receive that money, I'll draw whatever the fuck he wants. Get him off
put a Futashy and you make him
I'll draw a Futashy and Little Miss Rarity if he wants it that bad. If he'll pay me $175.
And about the dirtiest question you got?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, that'd be terrible. Oh my god. Okay, might as well end this interview though. So, final question. Would you make a sweeper for us?
What is a sweeper?
It's just a small voice
It's
recording
like,
of
hey,
you.
you're listening to True Brony Radio. This is the blah 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 blah
Blah
blah.
blah blah.
This is you.
Oh,
You can
Where
say
does
it
this
however you
go?
want with
Like-
whatever. You just after you're done talking with us and after the interview and whenever you're not doing anything, you just record it yourself and then send the file to me.
oh.
And then it'll be
I have
used
to
on the
find out
radio.
how to record it.
Oh, just
can
use
I just
Audacity.
can I just say it now and you just like cut it out later?
Do you know how hard it is for me to cut shit out?
Oh, fine.
I'm sorry, but it is a pain in the goddamn ass to do that kind of stuff. Especially since I have to use Audacity to edit it. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna highlight this. Oh, you want to delete all of it but this? No, I wanted to take that but why no? Auto saving now? No. And it's funny because it's happened to me. I've had that happen to me. It auto saved after it deleted half of my stuff. I'm like, what? Hello, this is True Brony Radio. Please sign this waiver before entering the IRC chat.
This is True Brony Radio. I'm Jay and I don't like Futushy. God damn it, Gaber. It's not that I don't like Futushy, it's that I am not interested in Futushy. It's like if I met the artist behind Futushy, I'd be like, hey, I like your art, I like your stuff. But
I like your stuff.
Futushy is not my thing. I don't. It's cute. I love the way they write, and I laugh at their stuff, enjoy it, but it's not something that I like. It's like I look at it and I'm like, no. Anyway.
Okay.
So, Sweeper, if I figure out how to do it, if I get Audacity or something like that, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, Audacity's just a free program. Just go and download it, record whatever. You can personalize it, say whatever the hell you want. Just make sure you say, hello, you're listening to True Brony Radio at some point in it, and say your name at some point.
Okay.
They'll be like, hey, I'm Jay. Preferably say,
You're
hey,
listening
I'm
to
Jay.
Brony
Or
Radio with those faggots.
Oh my god, you're listening to True Brony Radio? Oh, such faggots.
Bigots. Anyway.
True Brony Radio out there.
Those brony bastards.
Brony bastards all over the internet. Fucking each other, pink socking and... No. Sorry.
They're flirting up. Anyway.
Okay, so I'll just do an outro, and then that'll be it. Alright.
Okay.
Hello, you guys. This has been True Brony Radio. I am DJ GLaDOS. This was also DJ Perry, who chimed in later. DJ Mangoes, and with TheCarrot. We were here interviewing Little Miss Rarity, or Jay. Yeah, please tune in for another fucking episode of this whenever we're doing another one. If you guys want us to interview somebody specifically, please tell us in the comments or in the IRC chat. Our IRC is on the Freenode Network. Hashtag True Brony Radio, all one word. If you guys would like to listen to us, it should be posted down in the description. If Mangoes doesn't post it, then he's a fucking faggot. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, TheCarrot.listentomyradio.com. Alright. Peace off, every pony.